Let me give you example number, say, 4,573 of climate alarmism running rampant in the media. Climate change coverage by so much of the media is just rampant alarmism, coupled together with fact-free gestures pretending that Australian policy can save the planet. And the 9 newspapers, the former Fairfax newspapers, are right up there with the ABC and the Guardian on this stuff. In The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald today, timed to run at the height of summer, of course, they ran the latest forecast from the Climate Council, a private climate alarmist outfit and it's about how much hotter our summers might get. Now, not only does it tell us that without extra climate action we'll see more hot days, it also tries to warn us where it might hurt, telling us it'll be too hot in Melbourne to host the Australian Open tennis, or too hot in the Barossa Valley to grow shiraz grapes. The horror of it all. But the killer gimmick is that the papers have included a click-through guide that tells you how much hotter it will get in your suburb by 2050 or 2090. I mean, really, you enter your postcode and it gives you the answers. Now, never mind that the Weather Bureau can't get the weather for tomorrow or next week right. This mob are telling you how many days above 35 degrees you'll get in your suburb 66 years from now. This is just hilarious stuff, especially given how all the experts and the climate alarmists told us that this summer would be one of our hottest and driest in southeastern Australia. And as we all know, it's been mild and wet. Still, what would you expect? This whole climate alarmism tool from these papers is done in cahoots with the Climate Council. And have a look at the sort of stuff they push out.
For a day in 2020, Western Sydney was the hottest place on Earth. Hotter than Death Valley and hotter than Sicily. This is even hotter than Coober Pedy, a town in South Australia where over half the residents live underground to beat the extreme temperatures.
It would have been winter in Death Valley, you clowns, honestly. Considering that every day of our summer it's winter in the Northern Hemisphere, then every day of our summer somewhere in Africa, South America or Australia will be the hottest on the planet that day. That's pretty obvious. I mean, how many days of summer do you think Australia has the hottest place on the planet? Stacks would be the answer. This stuff is just alarmism. It's just designed to scare people. And as for this climate alarmism by postcode, one thing I'm looking forward to, and many thanks to the Sydney Morning Herald for doing this, is that with all this fear about soaring temperatures and rising oceans, no doubt I'll be able to snap up a harbourside mansion at a fire sale price from a panicked seller this weekend. Or perhaps not. Climate alarmism only goes so far.